Hey guys, it's Bryan, and I am really excited because this is number 5 for me. It's been about, I want to say 12 days, I think, and I'm 5 podcasts into this. And behind all of this and controlling this room today is the chief nerd, Travis, my producer today. I love you, dude. What's up?
What's good? I forgot I had a microphone for a second.
Yeah, I love that. So I've learned a lot from this guy, but what this podcast is about is positivity. We're actually trying to help you out there who are watching. I found a mentor in a way and on my journeys, and I would say if I had a spirit animal, it would be a turtle. And I got to get it tattooed right here because I just kind of went that direction and found my way. I went around, under, over, whatever I had to do to get to where I wanted to be. And this is to help you out there if you're listening or you're watching with each and every one of my guests who inspire me. Hopefully they inspire you in just a little bit that helps you cross that line into the unknown, that little special world, because each and one of my guests have done that and are still seeking that out as we do every day. As long as we're breathing, then we are going after the things that we want and love and sometimes aren't the same as you. We're all unique. We're all born into this ordinary world, but we have special things. And when we answer to that call to adventure, that's when it gets exciting. So today, my name is Bryan Hopkins, and this is a Hero's Journey podcast. And I have some special friends and special guests that I met actually on stage. Right here to my left, looking awesome in a brand new hat. And that's why she can't wear the headphones today because she looks so good, is Lea Capelli.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excited. Purple was the room. It was like fitting for you guys, for me, because I don't know, it's like royalty with you guys. Having you here, this is incredible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and to your left and straight ahead from me, Naz. We call him Naz. It's Nazim Chambi. Oh, yeah. But, dude.
What up, my brother?
Hey, lean into that. There you go.
We are here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for being here, you guys.
Bro, you're very welcome, man. My heart is so warm right now, dude. Seeing you here and these lights in this room and everybody, I'm so happy.
Yeah, Thank you. Sure. It's exciting because, as you know, you guys, we've gotten to know each other. And for me, this was a step into the unknown. It was something that I've talked about. I work with these guys called Dadcast, and sitting in Oregon, they created this podcast that just blew up. And they asked me to be a part of it in the early stages. And I was like, yeah, I'll help you in any way I can. That's kind of who I am. When I notice people doing amazing things, I want to lift them up and put them not on a platform, but actually, hey, look, see, they're doing something special. And the night I actually met you guys, I didn't even meet you. I happened to be in the audience.
Right.
I went to see a show called 27, and it was at the Virgin.
Yes, sir.
And we went because a friend of ours, Toby Rand, he played Jimi Hendrix in the 27
Jim
show.
Morrison.
Oh, Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim Morrison. You played Jimi Hendrix, and you played Amy Winehouse. But I didn't know you guys. Tell me about this. Like, how did this come about? Because it was really special. Like, how did you land Amy Winehouse in this show?
I met our musical director, Eric Himmel, about a year before that, and they had already put on one performance of the show at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, and I had no idea about it.
Oh, wow.
I was not involved in that one, and they were only looking to recast Amy Winehouse, so I felt very lucky that I had joined this project late, and I auditioned with a bunch of other women I saw in the audition room. And I was like, I told myself I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to have fun.
Right.
And I went in there and it was an immediate connection with Eric and our bassist, Victor Broden. And the next morning at 7 a.m, he called me and he said, we want you to be a part of this.
You were incredible.
Thank you.
Your stage presence. I mean, everybody in the show was, we were in awe. Nicole and Ben and I were sitting in the audience going, wow, this is really cool and really sad too, because so many rock stars who'd passed at 27 years old. The only one I don't remember is who was the
Robert Johnson.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the father of the blues.
Yes.
As they say, you know, one of the early the guy that went to the crossroads and sold his soul to be a better player and singer. That was the rumor, the myth, because
You're right.
he wasn't that good. And then he disappeared for a month or whatever, and he comes back and he's phenomenal.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
So like he went down to and he wrote the song, you know, Crossroads.
Right.
Got down on my knees and sold his
it's-
soul.
It's chilling because he kind of started the succession of the 27 Club, and next was Janice, and then Jimmy and Jim Morrison. So he died at 27, and the fact that he had such a chilling story around all of it kind of mythologizes the 27 Club.
Wow.
There's only 2
Yeah.
pictures of him.
Really?
2 pictures, man, of Robert Johnson. Yeah.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, was your first show in Vegas when you got it, and your first show was here?
Yeah, my first show was here opening night at the Virgin, which was almost exactly a year ago. And we had a full crowd. I was so nervous. I was the only one that hadn't done it before. Actually, and Toby. Toby was the first.
And Adi.
And Adi. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the 3 of us were new. And I remember getting on that stage and I didn't know if I could do it. I was like, can I do this right now? And then I remember opening my mouth and I remembered why I do it, which is the passion and also her message, which was so important to me.
Right.
You know?
I've seen, it's weird to hear her say, I'm nervous. Are you kidding me?
Humble.
Because you are such a rock star. I have
you.
commented to you about how you're beautiful. You're sitting here in front of me, but then on stage, you do not care what you look like. You
Yeah.
don't care anything. You just own it.
Yeah.
And it's just coming out of you. And that's what it's all about.
Totally.
So to hear you say you were nervous, that's crazy. Hey, my chief nerd back there, Travis, is there any chance that we have a little clip of her playing Amy Winehouse?
I have what looks like a Snapchat story. Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Hey, Travis just mentioned Snapchat, or was it like
It's like a story.
Instagram stories, yeah.
TikTok,
Yeah.
stories, reels, whatever. And I remember talking to you about, like, I don't know, like a month ago, and saying that you're like, I'm just gonna, figure this out. We got to figure this out, this social media thing,
Yep.
and I want to make something that hits 1 million.
Yep.
And this morning it hit like 20 million.
It hit 20 million. Yeah,
Wow.
on my Instagram Reels. And it was not anything I was expecting at all. It was a silly little video of me dancing. So what I was saying is it taught me that it's just all about consistency.
Right?
Yeah.
But you were on tour when you did this.
I
And
did.
Who were you on tour
I was
with?
on tour with Rob Garza from the band Thievery Corporation. They won a Grammy in the 90s for the soundtrack to Garden State. So I was able to sing their famous song Lebanese Blonde on tour, which was a huge honor for me because they're, such an iconic band. And that was a big step for me to be able to do that.
How cool.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's fun to watch you come up and figure things out. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
we sit and chat about our little journeys and the connections that we have in music, but then also the things that I don't have anything that has 20 million views on it, but just, again, the way you own the stage, it's a lot of fun for me. And we're going to get to your original project and the things that you do, but I want to go over to this guy.
Yeah.
The good-looking dude with the crazy hair and, the
Wow.
smile and the love. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hide.
Well, we call you Naz.
Yeah.
And it's really fitting because the first time, I watched you on stage. It's really tough. You played Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah, man.
right? And that is
Big
a
shoes.
legendary icon, right?
Yes, sir.
So everybody's going to be sitting there doing this judging. You know what I'm saying?
I
and
feel
if it's
it.
LA,
I
they're
feel
gonna,
it.
they're going to be doing this thing in LA, Yep. Oh, I could do that. Yeah.
Dude,
he just got this gig because, he kind of looks like him. No, dude, you own it. You shred. It's a lot of fun to watch you on stage.
Because I'm having fun, dude.
How did you get the gig?
Awesome story. I was hanging out at the Viper Room. There was Eric Himmel was running a jam called Sunset Jam, and I just went to hang out. I didn't want to play. I just came to hang out, and he comes up to me. He says, "Hey, man, I'm starting this show called 27. It's happening in like a week. I need a Jimi Hendrix." I was like, "Well, keep looking." I was like, I did one song one time. I did like "Hey Joe," and he's like, "We're gonna do 5." I was like, "Man, I can't do that."
Right?
It made me nervous. I was like, that's a touchy subject there, But I went home, I thought about it, and then I realized, when things scare you, you got to go towards them.
That's what we're talking about. That's what this podcast is about.
My brother.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that call to action that, that we get. And how many times do we turn down those opportunities? How many times do we say, "Oh man, it's this," or, I can't do that. Yeah, you're making up excuses why you can't do it. But anyway, so you answered it. You answered to that call.
I did, man. And, obviously Jimmy's been a big influence for me, especially the way he performed. I mean, his playing, obviously, but his performance is what got me. At Monterey, it was his performance at Monterey Pop Festival. Right. When he wasn't known in the States, he was big in England. So he had come here and no one knew who he was. And that's where he just went all out, burned his guitar. And he was full of life, But when I saw that, it changed my life, dude. And it wasn't the playing. It was the way he played, the way he moved, the way he performed, the energy he carried. And it just opened something up in me. And I'm like I recognized it.
Right.
Like I recognized that part in me. And so, yeah, man. So I was like, oh, maybe I could do this. So I started practicing the other songs and kind of, like I said, facing that fear. And I did it, dude. And, I remember the first rehearsal, it was rough. By the second, I started getting the hang of it. We only had a few rehearsals. And then the show was at the Troubadour, which I never played. And it was sold out.
I've never played the Troubadour, and I've always wanted to.
Bro, yeah. I always said one day I'll play that place. It was going to be the right opportunity. And I guess that was that. But it was so surreal, dude, to portray, this guitar legend and to walk on stage and see this crowd. And even the crowd was responding great to it when I walked up. They're like, whoa,
Right.
And I just remember just completely letting go. There was no more thinking, dude. I'm to channel it. And it happened and the show went so well. And then the next night, COVID closed everything.
Oh.
That's how it happened, because it was March. I think it was a March 2020. It was like a day before lockdown. We were the last show at the Troubadour. And that show lived with me for that whole year. Like I couldn't stop. It was like the most incredible night I've ever had.
Right.
So can you imagine when, I moved to Atlanta and I hear, yo, we're taking the show in 2021 in Vegas, a residency. I'm like, that one show we're going to get to do every night? That's...
How cool.
Surreal.
Had you been to Vegas? Have you?
Yeah. So funny enough, I went, so it used to be the Hard Rock.
Okay.
10 years ago, I played inside a venue there. It was for Battle of the Bands. My band won, actually.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was, the venue was called...
Vinyl.
No? Now it's the Shag Room. It was called... Man, I'm having a brain fart, but...
That's all right.
Yeah, it'll come back probably halfway through the... But it was a venue where now is the Shag Room. And... I used to come here and play, record, but I never stayed longer than a week or whatever.
Okay.
And that was years ago. So, to come back to Vegas for residency, and I didn't experience Vegas yet. I thought I did. Right. When I came here for residency, I really experienced it, meaning I met the locals. I got to experience, the weather, just there's a pulse here, dude.
Yeah, you were living here. And people see it as a party place, Sin City, all that stuff. Yeah. But, Producer Travis, he's from here. He grew up here.
Yep.
And Nicole, my girl, she grew up here too. So I've been here a little while and I love it. It does have a culture. It's what I love is people coming into town and realizing they go off and they hike and they do all these really cool things that this city has to offer that isn't just, the gambling and the casinos and entertainment, but it is an entertainment capital of the world.
100%.
How many times you hear it in a movie or people just say Vegas, baby, you're coming to Vegas. So you're part of that. You guys were 27, ran for a while. It was awesome to watch you. Travis, speaking of, we have a clip of you, I think, on stage.
All right.
Probably just shredding,
breaking
being
things.
you. Exactly.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what? Are you serious?
I guess you know what?
Walks off the stage.
I'm in awe. I've never seen that.
I thought you saw it.
No.
That's why I sent you that.
Breaking things. I thought I've seen you just up there shredding, but you literally threw your guitar.
That was the last show we were all sad. It was the last show, and after every show we did, I always faked it.
Right.
Like, I was like, it just happened.
Bro, we don't have that kind of money to be smashing.
My dad called me. He's like, "What, you got money?"
Dude, I'm like, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Hey, the guitar is okay.
Okay.
Its strats are built like tanks. So.
Okay, I did not know that. Oh,
Isn't
wow.
that wild? Yeah.
That's
Even better,
nuts.
dude.
Yeah, so that got me off guard. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just in awe.
I'm pumped. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
man.
guys did get to go back and play the Troubadour just recently.
Yeah.
How was
We
that?
did.
To go back to LA.
It was incredible because it was my first time at the Troubadour, and I've always wanted to play there. And
Second
actually, it
time.
was my second time.
Yeah.
I had just played there 4 days earlier with Rob Garza,
Oh, wow.
but I had no idea that I was going to play it twice in 1 week. And then we played there, and it felt like we were returning home with 27 because it was almost like completing the cycle of where we started or where they started.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was nice. It was nice to go back there, especially after we did a residency. We all got so much better.
I was
Just to
going to
go
say,
back,
I have to say that because we met in rehearsals in LA, and his singing has improved so much, and being able to watch him grow as a performer and as a vocalist has been such an honor, because when I saw him perform the first time in LA, I cried when I
Wow.
watched the whole Jimi Hendrix set.
Oh, wow.
And now seeing it, it's just like he's grown 10 times.
That's awesome. Well,
Back
here,
at you.
Oh, that's really sweet, you guys. And you're wearing the hat that he gave you. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's our prize.
yeah,
For being a badass. You know?
What was really great was watching you guys do, 27, and I didn't know you guys then. I just thought, wow, I knew Toby was going to be awesome because Toby's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't know you
Legend.
guys. You guys did an amazing job. Then we walk in to see you with Mojo Juju, the band that you
Yes.
have together.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, wow. Like, these guys are straight up rock stars. And I turned to Nicole and said those words. I said, they're rock stars. Like, you're on point. You control the stage. And this guy over here is just eating up space. You are just eating up space, just playing nasty and having fun. And,
Yeah, man.
And that's what music is. We went to a show the other night. I can't remember his name. I feel really bad, but we went and saw Keith Urban, and the guitar player walked out, and I couldn't take my eyes off him. And I'm a singer, I'm not a guitar player. And I was just like, wow. And I turned to Nicole then and said, that guy's a rock star. Yeah. But same reaction that I had to him when I walked in and saw you guys play.
That's really
So
Means a lot coming from you, man.
no, I appreciate that, but it's really true. So tell me about Mojo Juju. What?
You want to do the honors?
Well, it was born out of us meeting each other in 27. And obviously we got really close in the show. The residency was for 8 months. So we were together every single day. We were performing 5 nights a week. And we just realized that we wanted to do more. And we said, okay, if this residency ends, we want to keep it going. And we started, our first official show was in December of last year. So we've been a band basically for about 6 months now. And we have not looked back. It's been the most incredible experience. And we've started writing originals, and it's just been awesome.
I heard you guys wrote an original today. Just a little bit.
This morning, yeah.
Yeah, you were you were gonna not tell me until we were here. But you literally wrote something today, which was really cool.
Yeah, it was on the spot, you know.
You know?
It was a vibe.
Yeah.
I was like, check this out, and boom. So,
Yeah, we've been trying to find our sound and our voice. Obviously, both of us have so many different influences, and we have the funk, the rock, the pop, all that kind of stuff. So we're just trying to let it flow right now with the writing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah.
I look up to you as a writer because
man.
your songs are songs. That makes sense. It's
Thank
not about
you.
showing off who could shred, who check this out. It's you're writing a song and it touches people, you know, the words and the simplicity. That's the key, man.
Thank you.
And that's what you got. And
Thank
so
you.
that inspires me, man.
Thank
so when I'm
you.
writing songs, I'm approaching it as I'm writing a song, not check out my chops.
Right, no, I
slip sometimes.
I don't have any chops. You know what I'm saying? So,
but, you know.
but writing with Ben gives me stuff, and I sit and write about what I live, and that's, you know, again, this podcast is another extension of myself. So my music is my vocal diary, and here I get to share. I get to share my friends. I get to, you know, get inspired, and hopefully we can inspire others as we're sitting here talking about this. So I appreciate that. You sent me a screenshot of one of my songs the other day.
Yeah,
and you're
man.
like fire emojis and everything, and I'm like, whoa.
We were listening to your songs. Yeah, we were.
Thank
I was
you.
like, I was looking for stuff to listen on Spotify, and I was like, you know what? Let me check Bryan's stuff.
Right.
And just played the whole. You know, we saw your
Yeah.
top songs, and Angel's
you.
a great tune.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I wrote that song trying to show someone how to write. And I was giving an example of writing songs, and then I had to go, you know what? I got to finish this. I got to, you know, just give me some time, and I ended up writing that song, and it just came out of teaching. You know,
That's incredible.
I was asked, where's it come from? How do you write? I'm like, well, you know, and then just walked them through it. So Mojo Juju right now it's a cover band that you guys are
Yep.
doing at the moment, but you're starting to write original
Originals,
songs.
correct? Yeah.
But I know that you've had originals, and you go by, what's the name that you go by when you?
My artist name is Le Freak.
Le Freak. That's
Yeah.
right, because I follow you, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's Leah. You know?
Yeah.
So what's cool is we've turned on the TV and heard a couple of your songs in different shows. Like please tell me.
Most recently we had Dating Around. We've been on The Ultimatum, Selling Sunset, a lot of Netflix stuff, which has been awesome. And my favorite was Riverdale, which is like a big one for the teens.
Yeah. I watch that show too. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Archie. I got into this whole comic world, you
I used to
know,
love
and
the
it's
Archie
a
comics.
dark Archies, you know.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I never got into the original one, but this show is a spinoff from the dark side, like a different universe type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I should check it out.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, you haven't. I didn't even know that you had a song on there. That's so cool. But do you think you could play one of your originals?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. We pull
You want to
that.
help me?
Sure.
That would be what is set this up for us while he gets that guitar ready.
This is probably one of my favorite originals. I'm coming out with my first full-length album in October. So before that comes out, this is one of my favorite originals. This is called Moonlight, and it's kind of being about being secretive. It's very sensual. I was very inspired by Portishead with this one, which is one of my favorite bands.
Oh, very cool. So
So
you might want to put this up to your ear so it'll help you with hearing the guitar. And you guys will be my second guest to get to play a song. Yeah.
all right.
I'm trying to remember.
Paint my wounds, lover, make them pink and red with laughter.
sell my skin, trader. Make it nice and fine to read the print. Phony people, silver screens. Tell me something, don't make believe. Want something real, bring me back from memories. Oh, don't you wanna see me in the moonlight? Oh, don't you wanna do me right? Oh, don't you wanna see me in the moonlight? Oh, but you never treat me nice. Make me burn, savior. Bring me back with fire in my lungs. Crave my heat maker. Come and taste the falseness in my flesh. Oh, don't you wanna see me in the moonlight? Oh, don't you wanna do me right? Oh, don't you wanna see me in the moonlight? Oh, but you'll never treat me nice. Get to the heart of it. Get to the dark of it. Get to the heart of it. Oh, get to the dark. Oh, thought you'd recognize me in the moonlight. Oh, thought you'd recognize my skin. Oh, thought you'd recognize me in the moonlight. Oh, but you'll never feel my skin. You'll never feel my skin.
That was amazing. Give it up.
Thank you. I spit on the mic.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Chills. Woo.
Woo.
Yeah.
Whoa, producer Travis, what'd you think?
I had a blast listening and cutting to that. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love acoustic versions of everything.
Awesome. Thank
But
you.
that was, I'm telling you right now, that was special and inspiring you
Facts.
guys. Go fix your, you know what? Stay there real quick because it's set up. You guys said you wrote a little something today. You want to
Should we
try
try
it?
it?
Try it? Yeah.
Let's just try it. I mean, this is kind of a cool thing for listeners because we are still working through this. So it's like a first example of what we're doing as a band.
I love sharing those. I love doing that. I try them out on stage. We'll have a verse chorus.
Yeah.
And then we do it, or hey, we wrote this last night. What do you think? In front of thousands, and it's like a lot of fun to just.
Man, can you imagine?
You know, it's. I have a lot of video of like, hey, I'm gonna try this out. You know, and we just wrote this last night, or just 2 days ago, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool feedback, and they feel like they're a part of it. They're part of that moment. They get to share that. So our listeners are, and the people watching, get to be a part of this as well. And guys, that was so impressive.
Thank
You
you.
are amazing. And that's what I wanted them to hear at home and see at home, that it wasn't just singing your praises. You guys are inspiring.
Thank
You're
you.
very inspiring.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
No,
Back at you.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Keep saying that all day.
What,
All right.
what does this have a title yet, or is this just
It has a working title of Feel Alive.
Feel
Maybe?
Alive?
I don't know.
Interesting. I had a song back in the day called that. I think something about lion. Or
Something,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe we'll come up with a title right now.
Right now.
Too many irons in the fire, and no, I can't get out. You know you're calling me a liar, so what's it all about? I'll give a sentimental reason for committing on my treason, 'cause you know that I don't play no games. I'm pushing and I'm pulling and I'm going with the seasons, 'cause you know that you will know my name. Turn on the lights, find it inside. Now I feel alive. Oh, I'm gonna rise. Oh, I feel alive. Oh, so don't be messing with me, 'cause you know I'll pass you by. I feel alive. Oh, I feel alive. You know I feel it. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive.
Wow.
That's all we got for now.
Wow.
Thank you.
And you guys wrote that this morning.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Actually got the whole structure down. We just, as far as
I have to write the lyrics.
Yeah, lyrics and everything. So.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Great job. And that's because I asked you to come on the podcast and you guys wanted to thanks.
Honestly, it pushed us.
It pushed you.
Yeah.
I find that it's the same thing for me, like working on a timeline.
Yeah.
If I have a timeline for a song, or I want a song, done, or I'm thinking about, doing a TV show. I remember writing a song the night before I was doing TV, and I said, hey, I got to switch songs. We wrote this song and about Memorial Day. And it was Memorial Day weekend, which happens to be today. That's right. Today that we're recording this. This will, be like a month later that it comes out. But today we honor our servicemen and women, around the world who have sacrificed all, and those who have, done it. Thank you so much. But I remember writing a song called Colors That We Fly, and it just went on TV and played it. And you just had that moment too. You just did that, and that was so good. That little part, I looked over at Travis and Nicole, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool!"
Isn't that that's your number one song on your Spotify, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. Is
What
that
is
the one?
it? Working Man?
No.
That's Blue Collar Man.
Blue Collar.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
Blue
it
Collar Man.
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colors That
My
We
bad.
Fly is a military one, and that we did, and it has soldiers in it. And I want to dedicate this actual episode to the men and women who have served. Thank you so much. I lost somebody that I didn't know very well, but coming to the podcast today, we were at the gym, and we found out that a guy named Mike, who we connected because of motorcycles, he had pulled up next to us, and as we were getting to the gym one day, and I just remember my last conversation with him last week when he said, the way I'm going to go out is on a bike. And we found out that he had a heart attack on a motorcycle, off-roading, and it hit us hard. Like, I was shocking because we always see this guy at the gym, and he's always so nice to us. And Nicole said, he's a vet. It was on his stuff. And so this one, I want to say, Mike, we'll miss you at the gym. We'll miss the stories and just all the hellos and highs and just the kindness that you showed us. And we were strangers, and it just brought us together.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah. So, but back to you guys. This is a lot of fun.
It is, dude.
You know, in a hero's journey, they say that you do things like you either just pick up and move, and you chase the thing that is calling you.
Right.
And you know, it could be going to school. You know, whatever it is that is making you step out of that comfort zone. And you're from Africa.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I am. Yep. The motherland.
Where you from? Where
So
exactly?
Country's called Algeria. I was born there. It's in northern Africa, not South Africa, North Africa, bordering Morocco. You know, everyone knows Morocco. Was born there. Let's talk about it's a humid country, very humid.
Right.
We have the ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, amazing things, beautiful country. Moved from there to California when I was 10 years old. So I moved here speaking French. That was my only language.
Wow.
Because it was a French colony.
Right.
And yeah, man. So my favorite artist was Michael Jackson back then.
Oh, how cool.
As a kid,
right?
I was like, one of these days, you know, it's funny as kid. I was like, I'm gonna move to the United States so I can perform like Michael Jackson. Literally, you know, I have a video of it still, but it meant a couple of things manifested.
Right. No, of course. You're a performer. And
Yep.
you know what's crazy? Your mom's a doctor.
Yep.
How cool is that?
It is amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
She was a
These
doctor
callings.
there.
Yeah.
And then when we moved here, she had to start all over again.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It took her, I think, about 5-6 years. And now she's happily retired and she's won awards. She's awesome. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Your mom lives in Australia. Is that?
Yeah, she does. She lives in Sydney.
That's cool.
But she's an incredible photographer. So she's like my photographer for everything Le Freak. She's been the only one to photograph our band so far.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Incredible shots and works on our website. And she's part of the band, I would say.
There you go. That's cool.
For sure.
That's, you know, in everything that we do, I find that I surround myself with, you know, when it comes to the band, the team, the sound man, my little sister being our tour manager, you know, and you put together your team because it's much bigger than just yourself. And that's the way I have always felt. You know, I'm an ex-athlete who now is on the art side of things. And I always found that I did better when I was in those situations, when I was a part of a team. And so same with here. I'm at Sticky Paw Studios here in Las Vegas. And if it wasn't for John Orlando tapping me on the shoulder and giving me the opportunity, he's from a podcast called Action Junkies. And then Travis, producer Travis back there, you know, guiding me. The guy's way younger than me, but he's just got all this knowledge. And I'm going to soak it up. So that's what this is all about, you know, is sharing knowledge and sharing our experiences. You know, before we actually go, I want to shout out to, you know, we talked about mentors. Like I mentioned, you know, finding mentors. For me, it was a guy named Alan Savoy who grabbed me and gave me an opportunity to sit and write songs. And this guy's so incredible. He could write songs out of thin air. He just starts singing the bass line, the beat.
Yeah.
Then he starts singing, you know. And he gave me an opportunity. You had a mentor.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Tell me about your mentor because
Yeah.
we
just lost him.
that's why.
He's in a better place. Actually, he's on my background. I don't know if the camera can see this, but it's Mr. Reggie Boyd.
Wow.
His name's Reggie Boyd Jr. Reggie's father was I don't know if you guys know Chess Records back in Chicago, but it was all the big hits back in the day. Like, you know, and he was the session player. He played all the guitar parts. He played all the bass parts. He actually wrote, a lot of people know this, he wrote the riff for Johnny B. Good.
Oh.
Yeah, because he taught guitar to, you know, everybody from Hall & Wolf to, it's crazy. So Reggie grew up around that, but never played guitar till one day. He just picked it up for something and he, you know, and his first gig was for the Staple Singers. You remember that band that was like, I'll take you there, you know, a lot of big hits, you know. And he was, I think, 19, and he goes, it didn't hit me who I was, because he was into rock. Right. He's a black guy born in Chicago, you know, naturally everyone goes to the R&B, but he was like, he loved rock. I mean, he always played R&B, but rock was his thing. So he was embarrassed when he got the gig. He didn't want to, and he goes to his mom, he goes, I got a gig. She goes, with who? He goes, a staple singer. She goes, what? He's like, what? You know, he didn't know. He goes, it didn't hit me until I'm on a golf cart at, what's that venue in New York? The big...
Madison. Yeah, Madison.
He's
Square.
like,
I
and
can't
I
even
see-
talk.
yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, and he sees BB King, and he sees all these guys. And he goes, and then I get on stage, and I think hit one note, and he just hears, whoa. And he goes, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
Right.
That's how, But anyway, so that was his journey, and then he played with guys like Stevie Wonder, and came along with Prince, and just so many. He was just so well versed, And then in the '90s, went to LA, got signed, had a band. Actually, didn't get signed. He got signed by an investor. But what happened was they were a black rock band, and Warner Brothers would not sign a black rock band.
Oh,
That's just how it works in the business. He said, and that's the truth. I actually had
That's
a second
sad.
story from the A&R. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it was. But so then he got sick when he was about 37, 38. He was born with one kidney, and it started to fail. And so he became paralyzed, coma, but the will to play guitar again gave him his legs back, dude, and his feeling back. It's an incredible story. So he passed away, recently. He was 67. But that being said, I met him 12 years ago when I needed a mentor, dude. I was in LA, finished music school, won an award, thought I was the shit.
right.
Come back to the Bay, I'm playing with people. They're like, you're great. But inside I knew I needed someone to push me, because I was like, if everyone's telling me I'm great, I'm going to stay. My head's going to go like this. I'm going to stay at the same level. The next day, some figure walks in with a cane to this venue I'm playing. I can't even explain it, dude. He was tall. He looks like a Buddha.
Right.
He looks at me. He's like, you sound pretty good, kid. I'm like, cool. What's your name? Invite him to a show the next day. He gets on stage. I let him up, and he's just ripping. I mean, it's a different touch. Then he comes after, and he goes, kid, he goes, your bends suck. When you solo, you're sharp. You play too many notes. He goes, your rhythm sucks. You sound like you're playing banjo.
Wow.
He kicked my ass, and I was like, but I didn't realize. I was young. I was like 23, and I'm going, the fuck? Who do you think you are coming on my stage?
Right.
But then, I was mad. He shattered my ego to
Right.
get through. And the next day he called me. He goes, listen, man, I know it was rough on you, but you remind me of me when I was younger. And that's where the mentorship started. And I'm telling you, dude, without him, I would not be anywhere professionally as a guitar player. Because he everything he told me, I just listened, dude. All I did was listen. And all these doors opened, dude. And he goes, I told you, see? And he was always the guy, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. Let me call Reggie. I had an answer for everything. And it's not coming from an egoistic place. It's coming from a humble wisdom, And it's
Right.
like, you just listen and you go, wow, this guy just blew my mind in 4 words. And so that's a mentor. I believe we all get a mentor.
Yeah, and you will one day
Facts.
be a mentor to somebody else.
He
and you'll
taught me
remember
good,
this.
man. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you will. You will.
No.
That knowledge,
Yeah.
you're gonna pass on to somebody else.
Yeah,
And
man. Yeah.
Did you have anybody in your career that actually came along like that for you?
It's interesting hearing you guys talk about these people, because I have never had a mentor, and I believe that you can find a mentor at any age.
Exactly.
So I think mine is still maybe making their way to me.
But you know what? Here's the thing too. You most likely, they were on the TV, when you turned on the TV,
Yeah.
when you turned on the radio, when you read articles about the stories of those who you could identify with. Those are your indirect mentors, the people that you can look up to. He said it, I want to be Michael Jackson.
Yep.
So you have those. You have those moments. I want to be like, and you start chasing those things.
Yeah.
And it's, out there, it's never too late to go after what you want. Whatever it is, you can go do it. But, that's what I'm hoping your stories, our stories along this journey with a Hero's Journey podcast, that's what we do. Yeah. We actually inspire somebody, and they can connect in some way to what we're saying, what we're talking about. So you'll find yours. There'll be somebody who comes along and grabs you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think the reason your mentor, he or she is not here yet, is because your level is already so high
Thank you.
that, it's building up.
I do believe that there's somebody out there that I have not met yet that is going to really change my life eventually.
I agree.
Well, he's sitting right next to you right
Oh
now.
my God.
That's
Yes,
one of
this
them.
man has changed my life for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just wrote a special song
Thank you.
this morning, and we'll finish our song.
I was gonna
will.
mention that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna finish that song because that story is funny. We're giving her an
cool.
example,
Such a cool
on
story.
how to not to write, but how we dream things sometimes, and we have to get up and record them.
Yep.
And then you did that. Give it to me, and I couldn't wait to share it with you. I'm like, I got it done. This thing is.
Hold on. We came back from a gig at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm trying to be quiet. And I walk in the kitchen. Brian's like, hello. With the lights on.
He's like-
wide awake. I'm like, what's up? He goes, bro, I got to show you what I wrote. You were so excited.
I still am excited.
I know. It was so beautiful. What a moment. And he started wailing. You started singing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. He's like, check this out. And
That's
I admired
passion.
that, dude.
That's
I was
passion.
like, whoa,
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
I know how you write with the chorus first, which
Right, I
I found
do.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then go backwards. So it's pretty nuts. But I love this guy right here. This guy right here is Rob Bourbon. He's the guy who made my logo, which is a lot of fun because social media, as much as I hate it, I hate it.
Same.
As much as I hate social media, I wouldn't have found this guy.
Yeah.
I woke up today and then he drew Elvis and Marilyn Monroe, and I went, whoa, this is so cool. And he tagged me in it. I'm like, this is killer, and that's the name of my band. I'm in a band that I love. It's been 10 years now, and there's a lot of cool things that we can't talk about going on, but soon we'll talk about them soon. I promise. But at this part of the show, I want to call my mom.
Let's do it.
And my mom she's it's kind of a lot of fun. I never know what she's gonna say, so bear with me. It's one of those I used to have to say when I called her on radio, don't curse. Right. And they still had to sit by the button, no joke.
That's awesome.
Wow.
They'd have to sit by the button.
Hello.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Doing just fine. How are you? How's the group there?
It's really good. We're doing really well. Today, I have producer Travis sitting behind the controls, controlling the show. You can say hi to Travis real quick.
Well, do I have to say hi, producer Travis, or can I just say Travis?
He's Chief Nerd.
Chief Nerd. Yeah.
Chief Nerd. Yep.
So you gave him your job, Brian.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, I have Leah and Naz here today, and wait till you see the show, Mom. They just performed 2 songs that were absolutely incredible. I'm around them all the time, and I don't get to hear you guys do that. So it's incredible.
He's doing
But
it more often.
yeah,
I
say.
can't wait.
What do you have anything to say, Mom?
All I want to say is that I hope you guys had a good day and a lot of fun recording the show.
Yeah.
Did we ever?
Yeah, it's tough for them to hear you, but we're having a good time. Mama, I just wanted to say I love you and give Dad my love. Dad, today is Memorial Day. My dad's a Marine. I wear his dog tag, with pride.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hey, Dad, how you doing? And for those of you who don't know, my dad is known as Spoon Man. I brought my dad up on stage in front of thousands and thousands of people now. He used to do how many people are, what are we expecting tonight? I'm like, is that what's going to get you out of the chair? It's got to be a big enough show for you to go. And without these two
And you
people.
never forget his grease pen.
Yes, it's called a Sharpie. But yeah, he calls it a grease pen. He's like, hey, Brian, I think I need a grease pen. I'm like, it's called a Sharpie. So, Mama, I love you. No joke. I swear. I swear. And there's always free alcohol backstage, but as soon as my dad gets off the stage, he's got to go out front where people want to buy him drinks and give him hugs and take pictures, and he can sign autographs. But I'm like, Dad, you know there's free drinks backstage. You know what I'm saying?
It's better when you spend money. Something about it. It tastes different.
No, it's...
He felt like a superstar.
That's it. He's a superstar.
He had to he had to hug them young girls.
Yes. That's
on
my
now.
son.
Life is for living.
I'm Spoon Man. You know. But, all right. I love you guys.
All right. I love you too. Have a great day, you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Mama.
Thank you.
Okay,
Sorry
bye.
you didn't get to meet me.
We will soon.
All right.
will soon.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Bye.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's so
It's-
cute.
It's my parents. Like I love including them. They actually moved out here about 7-8 months out of the year with me, and it's a lot of fun to take my mom and dad on red carpets and get to experience all the things because they believed in me. When I said this is what I want to do, these are the things I want to do, which are out of the norm. It's not the safe choice as we know, but it's who I am. It's what comes out of me. They go do it. Love your life, enjoy it. Just as long as I can pay my bills and do the things that I need to do. We're full of a lot of love. So
Beautiful.
I want to thank you guys. I got Leah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing this with me, sharing your songs with me, and part of your story, because there's a lot more of your story to be told.
Thank you.
And to be, the future's bright for you, and I'm going to get to sit back and watch that happen. So thanks for being here. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I appreciate our late night kitchen conversations.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome, Thank you. It is true. And for those of you who don't know, Naz is my roommate, and Nicole and I have a house here, and he's my roommate. And
I hang
Leah,
around.
yeah, she comes. She has her place in LA, and then comes and stays with us, and it's really great to sit around and talk. And we got to thank Boone for making that happen.
Facts. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bryan.
Yeah, for introducing.
Boone.
Yeah. So, and Naz,
Brother.
Chambi,
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Did you have fun today?
Bro, my heart is warm. I'm so ecstatic right now, dude.
Yeah?
I'm trying not to cry, man. Not even a bit. I got, it's cutting the onions here. You know?
Well, what was really cool is you sharing your story with me about your mentor as well, and to get to put it out there so people actually know his name, and as long as you keep telling that story, then he's alive.
Facts.
And you pass that along to somebody else. You give that opportunity to somebody else that you see, and it'll come along. And even if it's in pieces, every night that you guys are on stage, you're giving a little bit of yourself and inspiring people in some way, either just putting a smile on their face, lighting up the room, helping them forget their world for the hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is. We get to do that. We're blessed with that.
That's the bigger
opportunity.
picture.
So
true.
thank you for being my guest.
Thank you.
I want to thank the chief nerd back there, producer Travis. Thank you
Thank
so
you
buddy.
so much, everyone. And thanks to you, the audience, for listening.
Yes. Sticky Paws Studios. Thank you so much. And my name's Bryan Hopkins. This is a Hero's Journey podcast. And please tell your friends. We'll see you soon.
Dream, and I believe it's coming around to me.